There's a ritual, a rhythm, really. If magic were a symphony, this would be the low, steady bass line vibrating through it all. It's called the middle pillar, and if you walk this path long enough, you'll realize it's not just a practice. It's a key, a current, a calling, a way to wake up your energy and learn how to move through the world as someone who feels it all, deeply, sensually, deliberately. The roots of magic. Magicians can learn from everything in the world. Every idea, every pattern, every fragment of reality can become a tool. There is nothing that can't be used, refined, or transformed. Magic didn't begin with books or temples. It began the moment early humans began to imagine. The moment they could dream of tomorrow or remember yesterday. Imagination gave birth to magic. Think about those prehistoric cave paintings. Animals drawn in earth tones on stone walls. They weren't just art, they were intention, early sympathetic magic. Draw the hunt and you will make it happen. That's the heart of sympathetic magic, the idea that a symbol can stand in for the real thing. Like a voodoo doll, yes, but more deeply like a painting, a gesture, a word that reaches beyond the physical and links to the energetic. The magician as an outsider. As humans evolved, societies formed. People took on roles. The magician, the shaman, the healer, the seer was one of them. But unlike the blacksmith or the farmer, the magician always stood slightly apart. Revered but alien, needed but feared. Magicians lived on the edges. They weren't confined to one world. They walked between them. And as centralized religions rose to power, magicians became dangerous, not because of what they believed, but because they offered something that couldn't be controlled. Personal empowerment, direct connection, freedom from dogma. So they were driven out, silenced, burned, buried, because hierarchy can't tolerate what it can't command. The Golden Dawn and Israel Regardie. In the 19th century, something remarkable happened. A group formed in London that would gather and preserve the wisdom scattered across cultures and centuries. It was called the Hermetic Order of the Golden Dawn. They pulled together teachings from Kabbalah, Rosicrucianism, Egyptian theology, and Eastern philosophy, and Western ceremonial magic. They invited both men and women. They counted poets and mystics among their ranks. W.B. Yeats, Pamela Colman Smith, Aleister Crowley. The order had 3 layers. The outer order, for beginners, learning foundational rituals. The inner order, invitation only, for deeper teachings. And the third order, said to be made up of secret chiefs, beings of pure consciousness who had transcended incarnation and guided worthy initiates from beyond the veil. But when the group dissolved, their knowledge might have been lost, if it not for one man, Israel Regardie. He broke his oaths and published the order's teachings, believing this knowledge belonged to everyone. He said that if you practiced just 2 rituals every day, the middle pillar and the lesser banishing ritual of the pentagram, LBRP, you could unlock the current of magic within. Not after 10 years, not after initiation, after practice. The middle pillar is a technique, but more than that, it's a language, a way of training your body and mind to speak the language of energy. It teaches you to perceive the bioenergetic field that surrounds and moves through you. First you sense it, then you shape it. You begin to realize the more energy you can circulate, the more powerful your magic becomes. This isn't a metaphor, it's physiological, it's emotional, it's spiritual. The aura isn't some glowing static bubble. It's a living field of color and current. It shifts with your thoughts, it responds to your mood. And when it's strong, outside influences can't pierce it so easily. The middle pillar strengthens your aura, clears blockages, raises your vibration. It gives you focus, vitality, and clarity. It calms the storm inside. It helps your body resist illness and your mind resist chaos. And it feels like power, humming golden power. The dance of energy. At first, this practice might feel strange. You'll be breathing deeply while you imagine light moving through your body as you speak sacred names so deeply that your chest vibrates. You might feel awkward, like you're learning to dance in the dark. But then one day, it clicks. Energy everywhere, moving, pulsing, swirling like heat off skin. You learn to feel it, then you learn to move it, then you realize you are it. Western versus Eastern systems. This tradition teaches 5 energy centers. You may have heard of chakras, which generally use 7. That's okay, different systems, different goals. Eastern paths often aim for transcendence, to escape the world, to rise above. But Western magic, we're here to master the world, the body, the shadow, the divine, the desire, the light. Not to run from the sensual, but to own it, to move through life as if it were a temple, a poem, or a slow burning song. The middle pillar is the slow unfurling of your power. It's how you charge your aura, clear your field, and attune yourself to divine frequencies. The 3 tools of all magic. The middle pillar is built around 3 things. 1. Breath. Control the breath and you control the current of life force. Breath is rhythm, breath is charge, breath is intention made physical. 2. Vibration. To speak sacred words aloud, not softly but with force, with resonance. You don't just say the names, you become the names. Each syllable rings through your body like a tuning fork, aligning you to divine archetypes. Imagination. This is the canvas of your ritual. You see light, you feel it pour through you, you sculpt it in your mind like molten gold. Your imagination isn't fantasy, it's the bridge between seen and unseen. It's the secret key, the becoming. This ritual isn't a step, it's a doorway. It's not a belief, it's a process of becoming. When you walk it long enough, something changes. The current starts to carry you. You don't need permission, you don't need validation. You feel it, you move with it. And magic starts to move with you.